I'm Rameshri. Welcome to my channel Ramya Jyotish. On 2nd of June 2026, one of the most unconditional benefic planet, Jupiter, Guru or Brihaspati, enters his exaltation Rashi, Karkatak Rashi, and will stay in this Rashi till 31st of October and then moves ahead to Simha Rashi. During this transit of 5 months, Jupiter bestows a great amount of wisdom, happiness, homely comfort, and also dharmic alignment may also take place because Guru is Dharma Karaka as well as Bhagya Karaka. So he has to turn the tables, bring fortune, and also should make us enter the spiritual path as well. So this 5 months needs a great amount of analysis and also a detailed research to understand what may happen to the whole world as well as for our individual lives. In the previous video which I have posted already, I have discussed with you on the Medini Jyotish predictions on all 12 types of changes we may expect. In this video, I'll cover the predictions for all the 12 moon signs, and that's what is the main theme of this video. If you are new to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel Ramya Jyotish and also hit the bell icon to receive instant notifications. And if you want to take up consultations from me, please do refer to the link in description, or you may visit my website ramyajyotish.com. Now let's begin this transit discussion for all the 12 Rashis. As I mentioned before, this you have to see from your moon sign, Chandra Rashi. Why? Because the Karkatak Rashi is the Rashi of Chandra, as well as Guru transiting there will give us more homely comforts, domestic happiness, and the results of Jupiter. We have to see of how well it can constitute for our mental happiness, and that's why I suggest you to see it from moon sign. But people who wants to see from their Lagna also can consider these predictions from your Lagna, but only for materialistic pursuit. Suppose you want to buy a property, suppose you want to buy a new house, new vehicle, or any kind of materialistic events, promotion in career or elevation in career, or some great relief in career, or some new job, new career, or transfer in job if you are in public sector. All these things you have to see from Lagna as well as from moon as well. Career wise we have to see both moon as well as Lagna wise predictions, because there are certain events which give a lot of comfort and happiness to mind as well as to our personality, and that's why it will need the blend mixture of predictions from both. But overall, I would always suggest you to see the transit predictions from your moon sign or from your Lagna, and whichever is the strongest of both. But my preference is from moon sign, so please do watch it from moon sign only. So let's first start with Mesh Rashi, because in the previous video I have already explained what is Karkatak Rashi. It is a Jalatattva Rashi, it is a Chara Rashi, and it is ruled by Chandra. It has 3 nakshatras. Punarvasu Nakshatra, 4th Charana, then comes Pushya Nakshatra 1, 2, 3, 4, and then comes Ashlesha 1, 2, 3, 4. All the 4 padas. So this nakshatra being a Jalatattva Rashi signifies a lot of emotions and mental stress, and also any kind of femininity also is related to this. So Guru transiting over this and getting exalted also means it's a royal sign which values Jupiter's presence, because Chandra is said to be the Rani, the queen of Vedic astrology. When sun is referred to king, then moon becomes the queen, and Jupiter, when he enters this queen house, which is royal sign, he gets exalted and he will be at the peak level of strength. And has seen in the past, it is said to bestow a greater amount of auspicious results. So we are expecting the same during this time as well. But it will be just for 5 months in this calendar year 2026. He will go to Simha Rashi from November and will turn retrograde and come back to Karkatak Rashi on 25th of Jan 2027, which is next year, and will remain in Karkatak Rashi in retrograde motion, and then he will turn direct and will complete the transit in Karkatak Rashi by 27th of June 2027. So for next 1 year, we have a great amount of auspicious results, or the results of Jupiter linked to Cancer sign. But that time period is entirely different because there will be a conjunction of Guru and Ketu as well. But now Guru will be alone in Karkatak Rashi for major of the time, barring couple of days when Guru conjuncts with Shukra, Guru conjuncts with Surya. So as soon as Guru moves to Karkatak Rashi, for the first 4-5 days he will be alone. Then Shukra enters Karkatak Rashi, and this will be one of the finest times because 2 benefics in Kendra. This is the best event that could take place. So covering all this transit for the next 5 months, I am bringing out this prediction results for all the 12 Rashis. As I mentioned before, please do see this from moon sign. So let's first start with Mesha Rashi natives. So for Mesha Rashi natives, this transit of Guru is happening in 4th house, which is Sukha Bhava. I am damn sure you would have heard from many astrologers in social media right now that there is no Guru Bala, so it's not a great transit, and Guru in 4th house is Karako Bhavanashayaha, and this is not a so great transit, and etc. etc. And Guru will tarnish the house he sits in and lifts the house he aspects, all these things. But first thing we have to remember, position, aspect, conjunction matters in the same order. If the position of the planet is at a very peak level of strength, then all other rules are to be kept aside. So that means when Guru is getting exalted in a particular Rashi, irrespective of whether the person will have Guru Bala or not, it has to give maximum amount of auspicious results, unless and until it is 3, 6, 8 and 12. It will also have some auspicious results, but the other houses, whether it is Kendra, Trikona, will have major amount of auspicious results because benefics in Kendra and Trikona are said to be a good placement even in the transit. We may see Guru in 4th house in Sukha Bhava. It aspects the 8th house, the 10th house as well as the 12th house. So for Mesha Rashi natives, when Guru is in 4th house, it aspects your Vrishchik Rashi, the 8th house, Capricorn, the 10th house, and Meena Rashi, the 12th house. And Guru happens to be your 9th Lord as well as the 12th Lord. So when we collect all these significations of Jupiter, so naturally he is a Shubha Graha, fine. But he is the Lord of 9th house, the long distance travel. He is the Bhagya Karaka, Dharma Karaka, higher education, or if you want to pursue postdoctoral degree, उन सब का भी Lord है ये. It is 12th house Lord, so one who deals with foreign connections, foreign countries, and any kind of education aspirations with the foreign countries, all those come into picture now. So considering all these positions, I can say for Mesha Rashi, see, this is a deeply auspicious period for you. If you are seeking to travel abroad for work purpose, or if you want to purchase new property, or if you want to construct something in the purchased property or in the existing property, and any kind of real estate transactions that were previously halt will now get a new life and you may begin now. So, and it may move forward as well. And the bond with your mother will go much more deep, and this will also improve your relations with other women in your life, and your mother's health, if it was not well before, may improve, and time spent with her during this time brings a lot amount of profound satisfaction. That is a deeper level of satisfaction, and this could be the best and memorable time with your mother is what I would like to say. And because it's the ninth lord in the fourth house, and at the time of Jupiter transit, there will be exchange between 4 and 9 for Mesh Rashi natives. So this is like a sudden turnover of your fortune. So all of a sudden your fortune may favor. So you may get a good amount of money from your mother, or some ancestral property, or some great amount of knowledge, or some kind of auspicious travel pilgrimage as well, because ninth house represents long distance travel and pilgrimage, and Guru being Dharma Karaka definitely indicates that, and being in fourth house, it just shows the change in residence as well. So if you are looking to buy a new house, it may happen now, or if you want to change your job, that also may happen, because Guru is aspecting your 10th house as well as the 10th lord Shani Dev. So your profession also may change. That is, there could be a change in domain or a change in job, or something which will be satisfactory for your career life. So you will be relieved and relaxed also with respect to your career. You will get the support of your higher authorities, because ninth lord in fourth house is a Raj Yoga and aspecting 10th house and also the 10th lord. That means some great push from the higher management or from senior authorities. So your work will be recognized and rewarded suitably. So you may get lot of opportunities to be a leader as well, because at the time of Jupiter transit, your Rashi Lord Mangal will be in the Rashi itself. So that's why this is definitely a good transit. And you may find yourself drawn toward traditional knowledge systems like art, music, Vedic astrology, or any kind of ancestral wisdom. And contentment rises quietly, and your inner world becomes more settled even if external circumstances remain demanding. Your career may actually go through lot of sudden changes. So since Jupiter aspects the 10th as well as the 8th and 12th, you can expect a change in career, or all of a sudden favors flowing towards you. But they could also demand more amount of your personal time or more amount of your dedication. So that may pull you away from home. It is important to consciously balance professional ambition with domestic happiness. So the period favors those in real estate, agriculture, hospitality and caregiving or healing profession, even for astrologers, because it's aspecting Vrishchik Rashi. So because it's aspecting 8th house, no mishaps or no kind of accidents or any troublesome incidents may not occur during this time. So overall for Mesh Rashi, this is definitely a good transit. So just be grounded, be emotionally connected to your family members and also with everyone around you. Keep a low-key profile, because Jupiter will give you contentment as well as gratitude during this time. So that's why take that gracefully. Next, let's go to Vrishab Rashi. So for Vrishab Rashi native, what happens? This transit is happening in 3rd house, which is Parakrama Bhava. So 3rd house is definitely a good house as it is a Upachaya Sthana. But Guru in 3rd house is not a good sign, because there are certain Rashis where Guru should not be placed, and that's one is 3rd house, because Guru doesn't have any connection to 3rd house apart from the creativity which he brings in. Because Guru is exalted here, for Vrishab Rashi natives who are into social media, content creation or in communication, journalism or any of such field, this will favor you. If you are an artist, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are any of classical specialist, okay, art, music, anything, you will have a wonderful time now. But for any other metals or operations or any other sector, you will suffer very badly, because Guru is not aspecting your 10th house and he is aspecting your 9th and 11th. So what happens during this time? For Vrishab Rashi natives, your marital life will run smoothly. There won't be any issues in marital life because Guru being in third house will aspect your seventh house. So marital life, business partnerships, all this will go well. But because he is aspecting 9th and 11th, finances may be in good check. But because he is the 8th lord for you, there could be some sudden expenses or some sudden debt increase also, or urge to take more loan, because third house becomes the 10th from 6th house. So we have to consider that, and third house is also the 8th from 8th. So you may end up taking a huge amount of loan than required, and later you may suffer or you may struggle to repay that. And hence Jupiter in Karkatak Rashi is not a favorable transit for Vrishab Rashi. So Shani in the 11th will continue to protect you, but he will be controlled by Guru in third house. So Shani will just give you good amount of money and income flow, but in major of the areas you won't see the growth at all. So this is bit tough time is what I would like to say for Vrishab Rashi natives. But if you are into creative field, in communication or in journalism, this definitely will be a much better phase is what I would like to say. But your younger siblings will do really well during this time. So that was for Vrishab Rashi natives. They can make use of this time period to learn new skills or to do some kind of freelancing, and that can establish second source of income also for them in future. So you can scatter your energy in multiple platforms and try to engage yourself is what I would like to advise. Next, let's go to Mithun Rashi. So for Mithun Rashi, what happens? This transit is in your second house, and the Guru is your 7th and 10th lord exalted in second house. So Guru being exalted in second house, he will aspect your 10th house where Shani is already present. So this double transit on your 10th house definitely means something great elevation in your career. All of a sudden you may see improvement in your career. You may rise to leaps and bounds in your career, and you will see great amount of opportunities flowing towards you. So this will be the time you may feel the divine blessings of the Divine Mother as well. Ma Bhagavati may give you an opportunity to revive your career during this time. And because this is the second house, the treasury of your Kundli, Jupiter's presence here with full exaltation will bring substantial amount of financial stability as well. So it enhances your finances, and you may have multiple source of income as well. Your words will be taken seriously, and through your speech, through your oration, through your words, you may earn as well. So this is really a good time for you, because Guru being in second house aspects your 6th house, 8th house as well as 10th house. Any kind of enemies, they will be subjugated, they will be destroyed during this time without waging a war against them as well. Next, income grows, and capacity to save and accumulate wealth also increases, because second house is the accumulation of money, and because it's the Kutumba Bhav, family relations, especially with elders and from the paternal side, become more warm and harmonious and mutually supportive. So your speech carries greater weight and wisdom. So this is an excellent time period for those who are orators and also writers, or even singers as well. And also people who are in communication, counseling field, teaching, you will have a great amount of time period in the next 5 months. And because second house governs food, you may find yourself being foodie. You may be sattvic, nourishing, and you might be preferring traditional food. So you may be served with good amount of food in your family also. So you will love that home comfort. You will have that nourishment or the happiness from your mother, from your spouse, from your family. You will enjoy good amount of food, and also you will have a pleasant family life for the next 5 months. And this will be the most memorable time for the decades to come as well. Because Jupiter comes to Karkatak Rashi once in 12 years like any other Rashi. And for you in second house, so you might have to wait for 12 more years. So enjoy the next 5 months is what I would like to say. And also this will increase your savings, and long-term investment decisions made during this period tend to yield good amount of results. So any of the Mithun Rashi natives who are looking to buy or purchase new house and are waiting for sanction of bank loan, it may happen during this time, because Guru in second house will aspect your 6th house and 8th house. So he can get you a good amount of loan, good amount of big lump sum money, which can help you to realize your dreams. So this is definitely a good time period to buy or purchase new property as well, because when Shukra enters Karkatak Rashi from 10th or 12th of June, so this also may come reality. Next, overindulgence in food or excessive financial generosity may strain your resources. So being extremely comfortable and happy and forgetting things and not working hard during this time may actually trouble you later. So definitely relax and spend good time with your family, but also keep working hard so that you grow in your career as well, because Jupiter will support during this time. There is a double transit on your 10th house, so this is the time it may happen as well. Now let's go ahead with Karkatak Rashi. So for Karkatak Rashi natives, this transit is of historic significance, but because after 12 years Guru is entering your Rashi, and exalted Guru traveling through your own moon sign or your Lagna definitely is a great transit. But a gigantic planet like Guru traveling over your Rashi brings some kind of discomfort and also kind of unhappiness, because it will be very tough to take that flow of wisdom. So you may face this discomfort as well during this time. And when this greatest benefit transits your own Rashi in its most powerful state, fortune also will follow you, because Guru is the 6th and 9th Lord for you. So you may feel that finally I am getting the result of the good work I was doing so far. So this definitely seems to be a very good time, but health and vitality will improve slowly, and body will gain strength and resilience as well. So health wise it seems to be a good one, but in many other cases where you have to take decision, it will be very tough for you to weigh the pros and cons, because Karkatak Rashi is Chandra's Rashi, which is mentally confused and they are more inclined towards emotions. So keeping aside emotions and taking decision based on logic or wisdom is quite tough for them. So they may take some time. So they should not hurry like Chandra to take any decision. They shouldn't be emotionally biased or emotionally a fool to do so. So a natural expansion of personality in the positive Jupiterian sense makes you more magnanimous, wise, calm and spiritually inclined. So you need to wait for Jupiter to give you the right solution is what I would like to say. So society, institutions, elders and authority figures recognize and respect your viewpoint, your selections as well. So new and significant opportunities also present themselves with remarkable timing, so often appearing without great effort on your part. So you'll be blessed with some divine opportunities you were wishing from a very long time. So this is the ideal time to launch any major life project, marriage, new business, relocation, higher education or a spiritual practice. Whatever is initiated during this transit carries the blessings of an exalted Guru and is likely to be enduring. But remember, whatever you choose should be suitable for you so that you don't regret later, because Guru is the divine blessings. Whatever you ask, he will give you. but later you should not complain that you didn't wanted that. So be careful for what you wish for. So this is the time you will enjoy major amount of your life, that is 5th, 7th, 9th aspect of Guru will nourish your family life. It will improve your creativity, your education, your long distance travel, your fortune, everything. So you will have a wonderful time from that perspective. But you shouldn't be confused, or you shouldn't be in a dream world of something may happen miraculously. So you have to keep working hard is what I would like to advise. So you use this year to build structures, material, spiritual and relational that will sustain you long after the transit concludes as well. Because at times we have seen whatever Guru gives, people may lose it quickly, but whatever Shani gives, it will be there with the person for a very long time. So wishing that you have things for a very long time, we are advising you this. So next let's go to Simha Rashi. So for Simha Rashi natives, Guru transits in your 12th house. So this is definitely not a good transit because it's transiting in the Vyaya Bhava. But if you are someone who is already into the path of spirituality because of Ketu's presence in your Rashi from last 1 year, then definitely this is the time you will be more inclined, or you would enter the main phase of spirituality as well. Because 12th house is house of moksha, foreign lands, sleep, expenditure, isolation, spiritual liberation and the subconscious mind. So while the 12th is generally considered as a Dusthana, it has some good aspects, and Guru being exalted there, you won't spend money unnecessarily. Whatever you will spend, it will go for a good cause and for your own well-being, and that's why you can be a bit relaxed on it. And Jupiter here expresses really well in the field of spirituality. So Simha Rashi natives who wants to lead a dharmic path of life or wants to be spiritual, this is the time to start with it. And with the foreign connections, because it's a 12th house, you may travel abroad, you may have income from overseas, partnerships with people in distant lands, because Guru is your 5th and 8th lord in the 12th house. So you may have even relocation, all are strongly favored. Charitable services and giving dana or any kind of philanthropic activities done during this term may bring deep sense of fulfillment and generate powerful punya as well for Simha Rashi natives. So Jupiter's aspect on 8th house, where Saturn is already present, indicates that you might be interested to learn Jyotish, or you might be interested to learn any kind of Gupta Vidya or any kind of Tantric Vidya as well. So for those involved in research, writing in solitude, contemplative arts or hospital and prison ministry, this is a period of deep and sustained productivity. Especially people who are pursuing PhD or who are research scholars of Simha Rashi natives, this is the time you have to reap to the most. Okay, so excessive withdrawal from practical world and being in a dream world is not advised, but being spiritual, humble and also being isolated and having deep thinking will help you a lot. But do look upon your expenses as well. Next, let's go to Kanya Rashi. So for Kanya Rashi natives, this transit happens in your 11th house, boosting your Ichha Purti Sthana. It's the house of gains, house of elder siblings, social network, desire, income from profession, everything. So you may change your job during this time, or you may get a very good job with good amount of income. But this is a time you have to pay more attention to your health also. Why? Because now Rahu in the 6th house is uncontrolled and he may cause more amount of troubles for you. And that's why you have to be more cautious regarding your health. And Jupiter's influence in the 11th house and also aspecting your 5th house, any students of Kanya Rashi will excel really well. If you want to upskill yourself, if you want to learn any new skills, this is the right time for you. And also Guru is the 4th and 7th lord in 11th house. So you may get married also, or if you are living in a long distance relation, because of Shani's influence on the 7th house, you may come closer as well. So your marital relations will improve, or you will get married, or if you are expecting a child, that also may happen, because Guru is Santan Karak also, so he may bless you in that area as well. So your social circle will expand, and you will get wise and intelligent people in your circle now. So your circle also grows wide enough, and you will be placed in a much better environment than before, because Guru is exalted in 11th house. So you will get a good social status, reward and recognition as well. So professional income increases because it's 11th house. If you have been working toward a particular goal for several years, and a promotion, a creative project, relationship, business objective, everything will give fruits during this time period. Jupiter here also aspects your 3rd house, 5th house and 7th house. So it will bless your communication, your children, partnerships simultaneously, as I have discussed. So during this time you should not be greedy, and also you should not disperse your energy into too many platforms, so that you don't get complete results in one area. So select the most important goal and channelize the abundance of Jupiter's influence and get the result in that area. So this is definitely a golden time for Kanya Rashi natives. Next, let's go to Tula Rashi. So for Tula Rashi natives, Guru's exaltation in 10th house is definitely good. So it will ease your career, or it will ease your path of the way career or profession is, whether you are in public or in private sector. So it's also represents dharma as well as the social standing. So definitely this is a very good opportunity to achieve good amount of social respect as well as public recognition. And also new appointments, assumption of leadership roles are strongly indicated during this time for Tula Rashi natives. So you may come into public view, quality of your work is noticed and acknowledged by those in positions of authority. Dharmic professions, teaching, law, medicine, governance, healing, spiritual counseling and social service particularly will flourish for Tula Rashi natives. Because 10th house also governs your career along with the father and paternal authority, this relationship may improve, because though we consider 9th house as for the father, in certain texts 10th house is also considered. If you look at from the, especially from the paternal authority, so the relationship with the father also may improve or serve as a source of support and guidance. However, Jupiter is a natural lord of 3rd and 6th house for you. So because he is exalted, he is giving you good results. But because he is the 3rd and 6th house lord, your philanthropic activities or your service orientation or even the diligent effort is required to get the complete results of Jupiter. And it rewards those who work in integrity and serve others generously. So avoid seeking recognition by yourself. It will come to you is what I would like to say. So this transit is more potent for those in roles that genuinely contribute to the society through philanthropic activities. So pride in professional achievement or cutting ethical corners in pursuit of status may not reward you suitably, and that could be the breach of dharmic conduct as well. So Tula Rashi natives have to be mindful in this. Next, let's go to Vrishchik Rashi. So for Vrishchik Rashi natives, this is arguably one of the best transits in the recent, because they had Shani in 4th, 5th from the last 4-5 years, and now with Guru in 6th and then 7th, then 8th, now Guru coming to 9th house is like a big relief. Your fortune will favor you, but you have to be brave enough for that, because your Rashi Lord is in 6th house and is aspecting it. So fortune will favor who is brave enough. You have to be very much adhering to that. And exalted Jupiter in 9th house, the house of dharma, justice, fortune, higher wisdom, ethics, morality, Guru, father, long distance travel, divine grace. So is considered one of the most benevolent as well as the pinnacle of celestial support is what you will get during this time. So it is like good fortune. Door opens unexpectedly for you right now. What is needed arrives now. Relationship with father or father figure is warm, nourishing and supportive. A genuine teacher or a guru with authentic wisdom may enter your life and also fundamentally alter your trajectory. So interest in philosophy, religion, law, ancient scriptures and spiritual traditions deepens to a degree you may not have previously experienced. And because Vrishchik Rashi is a mysterious Rashi, even your life changes mysteriously because Guru will be aspecting your Rashi, your third house as well as your fifth house. So any Vrishchik Rashi natives expecting the birth of children, it may happen during this time. And also any business partnerships may flourish for you, and long distance travel for education, pilgrimage, professional growth, everything is favored right now. And children of Vrishchik Rashi, if you have them, enter a prosperous and joyful phase. Your own dharmic clarity, your sense of life purpose and righteous path, all of this become unusually clear for you. So that's why you will be blessed with a good personality, a lot of courage as well as intellectual capability during this time. So self-righteousness or the use of spiritual status to elevate the ego is not advised during this time. The more you are humble and possess gratitude in you, you will grow even more further. So that was for Vrishchik Rashi natives. Next, let's go to Dhanu Rashi. So for Dhanu Rashi natives, Guru transiting in 8th house, your own Rashi Lord exalted in 8th house, shows the deep level of connection you have with spiritual knowledge, spiritual path. So you may go much more deeper and you may acquire a profound amount of spiritual knowledge, and that may change your life. Also, 8th is a Dusthana, so Jupiter's exaltation here creates a powerfully protective effect, mitigating harm and also elevating the more sublime qualities of the 8th house. Longevity is protected and enhanced. The fear of sudden adverse events is moderated by Jupiter's benevolent gaze. So unexpected windfalls through inheritance, insurance, settlement, in-laws or sudden professional recognition is also on cards right now. So more significantly, 8th house, even though it is an evil house, because your Rashi Lord is present there and he is getting exalted there, you can expect major amount of positive results, that you might be interested in more Jyotish, in occult sciences or in Tantra, Ayurveda, psychology, and you will be more interested in the conscious testing subject. So research work, investigative journalism, archaeology or any field that involves uncovering hidden truth flourishes more during this time. So old pattern, unconscious fear, all of this may actually dissolve right now and you may look to yourself as a different person. Because Guru aspects your 12th house, your expenses will reduce, and he aspects your 2nd house, income, so it will grow, and also your 4th house, so you may think to purchase a new house also during this time. So there could be change in location, change in residence or a purchase of new property. Any of these could be there, and also if you are having any ancestral property related issues, that also will be resolved during this time. So overall to say, this definitely gives a good amount of results, but you have to become spiritual to attain that, is what my advice is. Next, let's go to Makar Rashi. I think in the last few years, Makar Rashi hadn't got such amount of time, except when Guru was in Vrishabh Rashi last year, but still at that time they were going through Sadesati, so they couldn't enjoy much. But now with Guru in 7th house, exalted, it's the house of marriage, life partner, business partnerships, trade, public dealings and legal agreements. So a massive amount of blessings in all these areas. If you had any family level issues or with relationship issues with your spouse, it may get resolved right now, or you might have to initiate a diplomatic conversation or out of court settlement or some kind of talks with your spouse so that you can reunite. So any Makar Rashi couple who had went and filed for divorce may withdraw during this time if your Dasha Antardasha also supports in the same wavelength. And for unmarried individuals, this is the time marriage prospects are at their peak. You will get someone as you decide for. So new and highly suitable proposals arrive and long delayed matrimonial matters finally find resolution. For married natives, the relationship with spouse will enter a much more supportive and growth oriented phase. If you never had any issues and you were in a good marital state, it will become even more deep and mutually you might be supportive, and also it's a growth oriented phase. And you may start expecting a child or a birth of or expansion of the family as well. And personal way and also business way, business partnerships formed during this period also tend to be prosperous, ethically grounded and also enduring. Because of Jupiter's presence in 7th house, and he aspects Shani Dev also, who is your Rashi Lord. So public dealings or any legal dispute of or court matters, all of them are likely to resolve in your favor, and public dealings may become smoother and more rewarding. So Jupiter aspect on your 1st house, 3rd and 11th house blesses you with a lot of vitality, communication and financial gains also. So over dependence on your partners to the neglect of your own self-development or idealizing others to the point of missing realistic assessments are possible. So that's why focus more on yourself and making yourself more stronger is what I would like to advise. Next, let's go to Kumbha Rashi. So for Kumbha Rashi natives, Guru transits in 6th house. It's the house of enemies, diseases, debts, competition, service and daily employment. So Guru in 6th house is not a good placement from scriptural point of view, but for you right now, it will be an exalted Jupiter in exchange with the 11th Lord, the 5th and 11th, 6th and 11th exchange it will be. So definitely favors your career, because being in 6th house, he will aspect your 10th house. So this definitely favors your career, and it acts like a Vipreet Raj Yoga also, or something very good results unexpectedly may come to you. So enemies and competitors are subdued. Long-standing disputes, rivalries or legal conflicts may resolve in your favor. Debts accumulated over previous years may be resolved in your favor. And also chronic health issues, particularly those related to digestion, liver or inflammation, may see some significant improvement or resolution. So the discipline required to attend to this matter finds its reward during this transit. So employment and service oriented roles yield steady, reliable income. For those in medicine, law, social service, military service or any field defined by service to others, this is a period of genuine growth and recognition. And Guru's aspects from 6th house energize 10th, 12th and 2nd house. So it supports your career, it supports your spiritual practices, and also will reduce your expenses and also will accumulate wealth simultaneously. And hard dedicated work during this period lays a strong amount of foundation for the years ahead. If you are looking for a job, definitely you will get a wonderful job to start with. And picking unnecessary conflicts or overworking to the point of compromising health may add to the toughness in your life, and that would be an ironic undermining of this transit's blessings. So make the best use of this time, because Kumbha Rashi, from career point of view, you will be victorious even after facing the obstacles, because you already have Rahu in your Rashi. So be more focused in that is what I would like to say. Next, let's go to Meena Rashi, the last Rashi. Your Rashi Lord Guru exalted in 5th house is the finest transit. During this time, you may be blessed with a kid, and also because it's aspecting your 9th house, 11th house, and also your Rashi where Shani is present and forming a wonderful double transit. So I'd say there will be a huge amount of transformation in life. You may quit your profession and you may change, you may become a business or entrepreneur, or you may change your profession, domain, location, everything, and you will become all of a sudden a new person in the next 5-6 months. You will take some sudden decision, and that will be quite bold, and also that will be very tough to even justify, because of Mangal's aspect on Guru from 2nd house shows that you will plan something big, and that will be very tough for you to complete, but you will somehow do that with the grace of Jupiter from 5th house, because he is transiting in Purva Punya Sthana for you. So for Mena Rashi natives, all your Purva Punya will get activated during this time, and also pregnancy and birth of children are strongly favored during this time. So any women of Meena Rashi, they may expect the birth of children. And also those who have been waiting to conceive may find this year very particularly supportive, and existing children bring great joy, achieve notable success, and enter prosperous spaces in their own lives. So relationship with children deepens and also becomes a source of profound nourishment as well. So creative talents like writing, music, visual arts, performance, storytelling blossom with unusual clarity and reach. So romantic life may become warm, deeply felt, and may lead to meaningful and lasting conversations. So intellect is sharp and intuitive, as well as inspired as well. Competitive examinations, academic pursuits, and higher education, all of them are strongly favored during this time. So Jupiter suggests opportunities, but also the need for discernment and also for the need of discipline. So excessive speculation and over-reliance on luck in financial matters may hurt you at the end, because Guru will stay in this Rashi only for 5 months, and once he exits and will enter Simha Rashi, Ketu will come to your Rashi. So it will be kind of a burst of a balloon. So be very careful. Don't have any kind of unusual clarity, or don't live in a dreamland, is what I would like to say for Meena Rashi natives. It's just a temporary relief for you from Sade Sati. So accept the new changes, be flexible enough. That can give you a great amount of time, a peace now actually, because though you have Sade Sati running, the deep level of Sade Sati, it will bring some kind of relief, and that's why I'm telling you to make the best use of it. Relax and also focus one by one. It's okay to get delayed. So this was for the Meena Rashi natives, and because it's in the 5-11 axis, you will speculate a lot and you will try to gain more and more, but it may fall back also. So be very careful. So that was from the Hora predictions point of view for all the 12 Rashis. So if I even see from Murti Nirnaya, so for Mesha Rashi natives and for Simha Rashi natives and for Vrishchik Rashi natives, this will be Rajata Murti. For Dhanur Rashi natives and for Karkatak Rashi natives and for Kumbha Rashi natives, this will be one of the finest times for your life. Let me repeat again, it is Karkatak Rashi, then Dhanur Rashi and Kumbha Rashi who will have the wonderful time during this time, because of the Murti Nirnaya concept. And for Mesha Rashi, for Simha Rashi, as well as for 9th house, okay, is done, 5th house is done, and for Vrishchik Rashi. So Mesha, Simha and Vrishchika will have decent and good results, Rajata Murti. Then comes Mithun Rashi, Tula Rashi and Meena Rashi will have average or not so great results, but from Murti Nirnaya, but it is good results considering there is a double transit on 10th house for Mithun Rashi natives. So for other set of 4 Rashis, whether it is Kanya Rashi, then comes Vrishab Rashi, and then comes Makar Rashi, this is definitely not a great transit. but still it will give good results for Kanya Rashi as well as for the Makar Rashi natives. So this was the predictions for all the 12 Rashis. Please let me know in comments about your feedback. Anything you want me to add on or you want me to improve, I am happy to take it. If you want to take up consultations from me, refer to the link in description, and also you may visit my website ramyajyotish.com. If you want to learn Jyotish from me, the basic level Foundations of Vedic Jyotish course has already been started from 17th of May. You may join in between as well. You are welcome. So let me know either through email or through your you have to contact me via email. So that's it for today. Thank you so much, and Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu, Sarve Jana Srujano Bhavantu.